High blood pressure is often called the silent killer, and not without reason. It creeps in without symptoms, without pain, and without warning signs, until it's too late. A stroke, a heart attack, a sudden collapse that no one saw coming. And what makes it even more dangerous is how many seniors are living with it every day, unaware that small repeated habits may be quietly making things worse. Even those who seem to do everything right, they take their medications, attend doctor appointments, try to eat well, may still be unknowingly making simple mistakes that silently raise their blood pressure and stress their heart. This video is not about blaming anyone. It's about offering clarity, because once you know what to watch out for, you gain power, the power to protect your heart, your brain, and your future. At True Health Way, we believe blood pressure management is about more than numbers on a screen. It's about waking up with more energy, thinking clearly, walking confidently, and living life with peace of mind. And the good news? Small changes can make a big difference. That's exactly what we're here to share, practical, doable insights to help you avoid the most common blood pressure mistakes seniors make. Let's dive in. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. Let's dive into the first mistake. When it comes to managing high blood pressure, medication often plays a vital role. But here's the truth: many seniors overlook. Those pills only protect your heart if they're taken correctly and consistently. Skipping doses, taking medications at irregular times, or stopping completely just because you feel fine are far more common than you might think. Some people halve pills to save money, or take them every other day, hoping to stretch out a prescription. Others stop without talking to their doctor because they don't like the idea of relying on medicine. These habits, though understandable, can quietly turn into dangerous mistakes. High blood pressure is sneaky, you won't feel it rising, and by the time symptoms appear, damage may already be underway. The consequences aren't small. When medication is missed or misused, blood pressure can spike, suddenly placing tremendous strain on your heart and blood vessels. That stress silently injures your arteries, paving the way for strokes, kidney failure, or heart attacks. And here's the emotional trap: unlike pain relievers or cold medicine, blood pressure medication doesn't make you feel better. So it's easy to assume it's not doing much, but in reality it's doing a lot behind the scenes. It's easing the pressure on your heart, improving circulation, and giving your organs a break from the relentless force of untreated hypertension. You just don't feel those improvements. That's why consistency is everything. Building the habit doesn't have to be complicated. Set reminders on your phone. Use a weekly pill organizer that sits by your toothbrush. Pair your pills with a daily routine like morning tea, an evening walk, or brushing your dentures. And if you ever miss a dose, don't double up to catch up. Call your doctor for advice. Also, if you're experiencing uncomfortable side effects, don't suffer in silence. There are many alternatives out there. A different dosage or formulation might work better for you, but your doctor needs to know in order to help. And if cost is an issue, speak up. Many medications are available in generic form or through discount programs that can make them far more affordable. Your heart is worth that conversation. This isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. One pill, one day, one decision at a time. That's how you protect your future. That's how you take back control. Remember, your medication is not a sign of weakness. It's a shield, a daily act of strength and self-care. Keep it consistent, and your body will thank you in ways you may not even realize until much later. So if you haven't yet built that routine, today is the perfect day to start. Now let's talk about something just as important and maybe even more overlooked: sodium. Most people assume they're doing okay as long as they're not shaking salt over their food. But that's only a small part of the picture. In fact, nearly 80% of the salt we consume doesn't come from the salt shaker. It's already hidden in our everyday packaged foods. And this can be a real danger for seniors. Foods like canned soups, salad dressings, breads, sauces, frozen meals, and even healthy low-fat items often carry more sodium than your body can safely handle in a single day. And as we age, our kidneys become less efficient, making it harder to flush out that extra salt. The result? Your body retains more fluid, your blood volume increases, and your blood pressure quietly creeps upward. This hidden sodium doesn't just make your numbers go up. Over time, it contributes to fluid buildup in your legs, worsening heart conditions, and stressing your kidneys. And because the effects are silent, you won't feel the damage until it's already done. One bowl of canned soup may contain over 800 millibars of sodium, more than half your recommended limit. A few slices of bread or crackers each day. That adds up fast. And if these foods are staples in your diet, they could be sabotaging your health without you even knowing. So the first step is awareness, and reading labels becomes your new superpower. Look for products labeled low sodium, meaning they contain less than 140 milligrams per serving, and aim to stay under 1,500 to 2,000 milligrams total per day, especially if you already have high blood pressure. Practical shifts can go a long way. Rinse canned beans and vegetables to remove excess salt. Choose frozen veggies without sauces. Cook at home whenever possible. When you control the ingredients, you control the salt. Season with flavor instead of sodium. Fresh herbs, garlic, lemon juice, apple cider, vinegar, cracked pepper. These natural additions not only enhance your meals, they protect your heart. It's true, reducing sodium can make food taste a bit bland at first, especially if you've relied on salt for decades. But the amazing part is how quickly your taste buds adjust. Within just a few weeks, you'll begin to notice the real flavors of food again. And the overly salty foods you used to enjoy may actually become unpleasant. The shift doesn't mean giving up pleasure, it means reclaiming health without sacrificing taste. So the next time you reach for that boxed dinner or canned soup, take a moment to scan the sodium line. That small step done regularly helps keep your arteries soft, your heart relaxed, and your blood pressure where it belongs. Every bite is an opportunity. Every label you read is an act of care. And every time you choose herbs over hidden salt, you're choosing a future of strength, clarity, and longevity. You don't have to cut it all out overnight, just one mindful swap at a time. That's how long-term health is built. That's the true health way. One of the most common and risky mistakes seniors make when managing high blood pressure is this. They don't monitor it at home. It's easy to assume you're doing fine if you feel okay, or to believe that your doctor's office visits are enough. But here's the truth. You can't feel high blood pressure. It doesn't cause headaches or dizziness most of the time. It doesn't knock on the door and warn you that danger is coming. It's silent, and that's what makes it so dangerous. Relying only on occasional readings at a clinic is like checking the weather once a month and hoping for the best. Blood pressure isn't static. It changes based on stress, sleep, food, hydration, movement, even the time of day. Without consistent tracking, you miss the patterns that matter. Let's say your blood pressure spikes slightly every evening after dinner or dips too low in the morning before your medication kicks in. You'd never catch that from a single reading in your doctor's office. But a home monitor can. These shifts may seem small, but over time they can hint at deeper imbalances, and catching them early can make a life-saving difference. Daily tracking doesn't just provide numbers. It gives your doctor real-time insights into how your body is responding to treatment. Is the medication working? Are lifestyle changes making an impact? Are new supplements interfering with your regimen? Without regular data, you're left guessing. And when it comes to your heart, guessing is never good enough. Now the good news, monitoring your blood pressure at home is easier than ever. You don't need medical training or fancy equipment. Most home monitors today are affordable, accurate, and come with easy-to-read displays and memory storage. Here's the best way to do it. Choose a consistent time, like first thing in the morning or early evening. Sit calmly for 5 minutes beforehand. Rest your arm on a table at heart level, keep both feet flat on the floor, and don't talk during the reading. Then log the result, either on paper or in an app. What matters most is not perfection, but consistency. Bring your log to every doctor visit or upload it through a patient portal if available. That ongoing record tells a story far more accurate than a one-time reading ever could. Some people avoid home monitoring because they're afraid of what they might see. They worry that a high number will create stress or panic. But here's the truth: knowing empowers you. Avoiding your numbers doesn't protect you. It just gives problems more time to grow. And when you start tracking regularly, something powerful happens. You shift from being a passive patient to an active participant in your health. You're not just waiting to be told what's wrong, you're part of the solution. You're learning, observing, adapting one reading at a time. Reframe this habit as a daily conversation with your body. A small moment of awareness each day that helps you stay ahead of what matters most: your heart, your future, your life. And if you've never done this before, don't worry, it's never too late to start. Now let's talk about something far less obvious, but just as destructive as any medication mistake or hidden sodium unmanaged stress. Most of us think of stress as a mental or emotional issue, something that lives in our heads or moods, but stress is deeply physical. When you experience chronic stress, your body doesn't just feel tense, it behaves as though it's under threat. Hormones like adrenaline and cortisol are released. Your heart rate rises, your blood vessels constrict, and your blood pressure quietly, steadily begins to climb. This was helpful back when stress meant outrunning a predator. But when stress becomes part of daily life and your body is always in a state of alert, the damage adds up. Your arteries stay tight. Your heart works harder. Your rest suffers. And the medications you take become less effective against the constant storm your body thinks it's in. For seniors, this mistake is especially common, not because of weakness, but because of strength. Many older adults were raised to just push through, to suppress feelings, to stay stoic and not complain. But here's the truth: ignoring stress doesn't make it go away. It just drives it deeper into your body, showing up as high blood pressure, shallow sleep, chronic fatigue, or mood swings. Stress doesn't always look dramatic. It can show up as a clenched jaw, a tight chest, a short temper, or that quiet hum of unease you carry all day long. These signs are your body whispering, "I need relief." If you don't listen, the whispers become symptoms, and the symptoms become disease. The good news: managing stress doesn't require expensive programs or dramatic life changes. It starts with small intentional moments each day that help your body come back into balance. Deep breathing. Just 5 minutes of slow, full breaths can signal your nervous system to relax. A short walk in fresh air can clear your head and boost endorphins. Gentle stretching, journaling, prayer, listening to calming music, or simply sitting outside with a warm cup of tea. These aren't luxuries. They're medicine. Real, powerful preventative medicine that tells your heart and arteries you're safe now. And just like brushing your teeth, stress care works best when it's done daily, not just when things get overwhelming. Think of it this way: you don't wait for cavities before you brush your teeth, right? You brush to prevent them. Stress works the same way. Small daily habits keep the pressure from building to dangerous levels. And if you've gone years without this kind of care, be gentle with yourself. This isn't about guilt. It's about possibility. Every breath, every moment of calm, every quiet pause is a step back toward balance, toward peace, toward healing. So today, consider taking a moment for yourself, not because you're weak, but because you're wise. Your heart doesn't just need pills. It needs peace. It needs rhythm. It needs care. And it starts with just one breath, one moment, one decision to begin. One of the most overlooked yet impactful mistakes seniors make when it comes to managing high blood pressure is staying still for too long. It might sound harmless: a little rest here, some TV time there, but too much sitting can be just as damaging as eating the wrong foods. Inactivity slowly weakens the body, reduces circulation, and places more pressure on the heart to do all the work. Without movement, your blood vessels stiffen, your metabolism slows, and your blood pressure begins to quietly rise. The scary part: you might not even notice it happening. You feel tired, so you rest. You ache a little, so you sit. But over time, the rest becomes routine, and your body begins to weaken instead of heal. For many older adults, the hesitation isn't laziness, it's fear. Joint pain fatigue or the possibility of falling can make exercise feel intimidating. But movement doesn't have to be strenuous to be effective. A gentle morning stretch, a slow walk to the mailbox, or a few simple toe taps during commercial breaks can activate circulation and signal your heart that you're still strong, still capable. The goal isn't to train like an athlete, it's to keep moving in ways that are safe, sustainable, and even enjoyable. Think about dancing in the living room, gardening in the morning sun, or joining a low-impact water aerobics class with friends. When movement feels joyful, instead of punishing, it becomes something you look forward to, not something you avoid. One of the simplest changes you can make is this: don't sit for too long without standing up. If you watch TV, read, or work at a table, set a timer to stand every 30 to 60 minutes. March in place, roll your shoulders, walk to the kitchen, or do a few gentle squats using a chair for support. These small bursts of motion throughout the day can reduce stiffness, encourage better blood flow, and help lower your blood pressure over time. And best of all, they're manageable. You don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment. You just need a body, a little intention, and the will to keep moving forward one step at a time. Movement is medicine. Every stretch, every step, every minute you spend engaging with your body is an investment in your independence. So if you've been sitting too long, start today with one tiny motion. Your heart doesn't just need rest, it needs rhythm, it needs strength, and it needs your partnership in keeping it healthy for the long haul. Remember, every step is medicine. Every movement, shaka heart support. Now let's talk about two everyday habits that often fly under the radar: caffeine and alcohol. A morning cup of coffee or a glass of wine at dinner can feel harmless, even comforting. But when used too often or in excess, they can quietly sabotage your blood pressure without you realizing it. Caffeine found in coffee, tea, sodas, chocolate, and energy drinks is a stimulant. It tightens your blood vessels, speeds up your heart, and can temporarily spike your blood pressure. For some, that spike is mild. For others, especially those with sensitivity or existing hypertension, it can be enough to push you into dangerous territory. The tricky part is that caffeine affects everyone differently. One person can drink a latte and feel calm. Another might feel jittery, anxious, or notice their blood pressure surge. That's why it's important to pay attention to your body. Try checking your blood pressure before and after your morning drink. If you notice consistent patterns of elevation, it might be time to cut back or switch to decaf. The goal isn't to give up your favorite routines, it's to adjust them thoughtfully. A warm cup of chamomile tea or a cinnamon-infused herbal brew can offer the same comfort without the cardiovascular cost. Alcohol presents a different challenge. While a small amount may feel relaxing, larger or more frequent doses can raise blood pressure, interfere with medication, worsen sleep, and lead to dehydration, all of which directly impact heart health. And for seniors, the effects are amplified. Your body processes alcohol more slowly, meaning even one or two drinks can linger longer with greater impact. When mixed with blood pressure meds, alcohol can cause dizziness, confusion, or liver strain. And it's not just about how you feel after a drink, it's about how your system copes behind the scenes. The good news is, small changes make a big difference. Cutting back on caffeine or alcohol can lead to lower blood pressure readings, improved sleep, more energy, and even better focus. And comfort doesn't have to be sacrificed. Try warm lemon water in the evening, fruit-infused sparkling water, or a soothing tea with honey. These swaps offer ritual and relaxation without the risks. In the end, it's not about giving up. It's about intention. Knowing what these substances do inside your body gives you the power to make better choices, not just for today, but for your future. Your heart doesn't need perfection, it just needs care. Finally, let's talk about something many seniors overlook, not out of neglect, but often out of habit or fear: staying silent with your healthcare provider. Whether it's skipping appointments, withholding symptoms, or assuming everything is good enough, not communicating openly with your doctor is one of the most preventable mistakes in blood pressure care. Blood pressure isn't a set-it-and-forget-it condition. It responds to stress, sleep, diet, medication, even the weather. If your provider doesn't have a full picture of what's happening day to day, they can't give you the best care possible. Many people, especially older adults, hesitate to speak up because they don't want to seem difficult or dramatic. But here's the truth. Your doctor is not there to judge you. They're there to help you. Whether it's a strange new side effect, a supplement you started taking, an episode of dizziness, or even emotional challenges like loneliness or anxiety, every piece of information matters. And often those small details can reveal why blood pressure is suddenly rising or why a medication isn't working as well anymore. If you've been tracking your blood pressure at home, bring your log to your next appointment. It gives your provider powerful insights into trends, not just one random number. If you're experiencing side effects, don't just stop your medication quietly. A simple conversation could lead to a better dosage or a different medication altogether. If you struggle to get to the clinic, ask about telehealth. Many providers now offer virtual visits, making it easier to stay in touch from home. You don't need long, complicated discussions, you just need honest ones. And let's not forget mental health. Stress, depression, and isolation all influence blood pressure. Your provider can connect you with resources, support groups, or counseling services if needed. Because managing your blood pressure isn't just about pills and food, it's about the whole person. The more open you are, the more protected you become. Remember, your provider is your partner, not your judge. So if something feels off, say something. You deserve care that's complete, compassionate, and fully informed, and that starts with your voice. When it comes to managing high blood pressure, it's easy to feel like the numbers tell the whole story. But the truth is, blood pressure is more than just a number. It's your body's daily response to everything around you. Your food, your movement, your thoughts, your rest, your habits. And over time, those small choices either build resilience or create strain. Today, you've seen the 7 most common mistakes many seniors make, and more importantly, you've learned that every single one of them is avoidable. From skipping medications or underestimating sodium, to not monitoring at home, ignoring stress, sitting too much, overusing caffeine or alcohol, and staying silent with your doctor, each of these can quietly raise your blood pressure, or be reversed with a little awareness and care. You don't have to fix everything overnight. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to pick one place to start. Maybe it's checking your blood pressure at home this week. Maybe it's reducing salt in your dinner, taking a walk in the morning, or calling your doctor about a side effect you've been keeping to yourself. One small shift made consistently can set off a ripple of positive change. These aren't just habits. They're building blocks of energy, clarity, strength, and independence, and they are within your control. So today, choose just one thing to change. Give your heart one small win, because over time, small shifts create big health victories. That's the power of living intentionally, and that's the path to a stronger, more stable you. If this video gave you clarity or helped you see something you hadn't noticed before, please give it a like. It truly supports the channel. And if you know someone, a friend, a loved one, a caregiver, who could benefit from this message, share it with them. You never know who's waiting for the right words at the right time to make a change that could protect their future. And don't forget to subscribe to True Health Way, where we turn complex health topics into clear, compassionate guidance, one video at a time. We rise stronger, steadier, and better equipped to thrive, one heartbeat at a time.